Out on a sprawling farm cradled by the endless plains, there's a farmhouse that feels as old as time itself. This place, shrouded under a wide, often stormy sky, sits surrounded by fields that stretch far and wide, the earth beneath them packed hard by the years. At the edge of one such field, a scarecrow stands, its presence almost commanding. Covered in clothes that have felt the sun's harsh love too long, it watches over the land, a guardian of nothing but the secrets of the past. This scarecrow, with a face crudely fashioned from burlap and features that almost seem to twist into a grin, doesn't just keep the birds away. As the sun sets, painting the sky with streaks of orange and purple, the farm undergoes a quiet transformation. The air chills, whispers travel on the wind, telling stories of a man who once worked these fields, a man who disappeared as mysteriously as a shadow at noon. Every night, under the cloak of darkness, the scarecrow begins to move. It's a subtle thing at first, so subtle that you might think you imagined it. Maybe the pole is leaning a different way, or perhaps it's just the trick of the moonlight. But night by night, the scarecrow edges closer to the farmhouse. Its movements are slow, deliberate, almost thoughtful. It moves as if driven by a deep, unquenchable need for something it was denied long ago. In the farmhouse lives a man of few words. His face is lined from years of battling the winds and watching over crops that sometimes thrive and often don't. He knows the land like the back of his weathered hands, but even he can't shake a deep-seated unease that settles in after dusk. The nights are filled with the sounds of the house settling and the distant rustle of straw on dirt. It's enough to make him keep a light on, casting long shadows across the wooden floorboards. The local townsfolk have their tales about that walking scarecrow. They speak in hushed tones about curses and spirits anchored to the earth, bound by old wrongs and older sorrows. Children rush home before the sky darkens, and no one lingers by the windows once the curtains are drawn. It's as though the whole town holds its breath from sunset to sunrise, fearing what might come out of the dark. As the seasons change, the scarecrow draws ever nearer. The boundary between the known and the unknown, the living and the spectral, blurs until it's hard to tell where one ends and the other begins. Now, the scarecrow stands so close to the house that on still nights, the farmer can hear the faintest whisper of movement, the softest sigh of straw brushing against itself. Then one dawn, the farmer steps outside to find the scarecrow gone from its usual spot. A line of disturbed earth leads from the empty field to his back door, stopping ominously at his doorstep. The door, normally so firm and secure, now hangs ajar as if inviting him to uncover the secrets hidden within his own home. As he steps through his house, each room feels denser, heavier, as though filled with the breath of the unsettled. Finally, in the loft, where the first morning light filters through dusty windows, he finds the scarecrow. It stands there as though it had always been a part of the house, its stitched face grimacing in the pale light, its stuffed arms hanging by its sides. The farmer's gaze locks with the empty eyes of the scarecrow, and in that silent exchange, he understands everything. The deep, aching grievances of the past, the quiet betrayals, the weight of history that this land carries. This scarecrow isn't just a vessel for lost souls. It's a reminder, a bearer of the cycles of pain and redemption that tie the land to those who work it. In the quiet of the loft, surrounded by relics of generations past, the farmer feels the weight of his ancestors' choices pressing close. The scarecrow's walk may be far from over, but its journey tells a story of caution, weaving through the fabric of generations, a narrative about the darkness that lives in forgotten corners and the very human, very haunting need for vengeance. It begins as an odd sensation, a subtle shift in the air, a faint prickling along the back of the neck. You're not quite sure what it is, but it leaves you uneasy, as if something was watching from just beyond the edge of your vision. Every day, you pass through the world, but something is different now. You've started to notice the figures, or perhaps they've begun noticing you. They're there, at first, only in the periphery, at the edge of rooms, behind the streetlights, lurking in the shadow of trees. Never a full form, just a flicker, something too fast, too faint to focus on. It's always just out of sight, but as time goes on, they come closer, more tangible. The cold weight of their gaze presses on you, a sensation both alien and deeply familiar. One night, you're sitting alone in your apartment. The lights flicker briefly, casting long shadows across the floor. There's nothing to be alarmed about. It happens occasionally. You dismiss it, but the room feels colder now, the shadows longer. A shape moves out of the corner of your vision. It's too subtle to confirm, too quick to hold. But you feel it. Your heart picks up a beat, faster, like it knows something you don't. You look, and for the first time, you see it fully. Standing in the hallway, its features are ghastly. Pale skin stretched tightly over bones, eyes hollow and wide, vacant as if nothing lived behind them. The figure's limbs are unnaturally long, disproportionate, like something twisted from the darkest recesses of nightmares. It doesn't blink, doesn't move. It simply exists, staring, always staring. Your breath catches in your throat and your body freezes. There's an overwhelming realization that hits you with a jolt. This thing, whatever it is, wasn't there before. It's always been there, only now it's revealed itself to you. A thin, silent breath of air whispers across the room, but it's not the wind. It's something else, something that causes the hairs on your neck to rise. It's too late. You've seen it. You try to look away, to pretend that maybe it's just a trick of the light or a figment of your imagination. But that's the thing. You're no longer imagining it. It's real. And the moment you fully acknowledged it, the countdown began. Time, once measured by seconds, minutes, days, now feels like it's slipping away. You can feel it. The room is heavier, the space between the walls oppressive. As you try to move, to run, you realize the figure is closer now, and somehow, further away all at once. It doesn't need to walk to get closer, it just is. And the closer it gets, the more suffocating the air becomes. The countdown continues, every passing moment a little more unbearable, like something is pressing against your chest, holding you in place. Your heart pounds louder with each breath, but it's not fear, it's inevitability. The thing you saw, the thing that now knows you saw it, is not a creature that simply watches. It's a harbinger, and it has seen you, and it has marked you. You can feel the weight of your thoughts becoming disjointed, as if your mind is fraying at the edges. The room starts to warp, the walls shifting, breathing, as though they too have become aware of its presence. The clock on the wall ticks louder and louder, but you realize you don't know how long it's been ticking. How much time has passed? Is there time left? Or is it already over? As the figure moves closer, impossibly closer, its hollow eyes never blinking, you understand. The moment you saw it, your fate was sealed. The countdown wasn't just time passing, it was the inevitable approach of something far worse than the figure itself. It was the slow unraveling of everything you had ever known, and when it reaches zero, there will be nothing left to save. It doesn't matter where you run or if you scream. No one will hear you. The end is already written, and you were too late to stop it. If you enjoyed these stories, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more tales.